Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 3, Celtic 3 in an Old Firm game that I think we'll struggle to sum up in about 10 minutes anyway. I'm Scott Carney, feeling rather exhausted. I'm with Jamie Mackay.
How we doing? Nerves absolutely shredded.
Yes, Ali Pearson, sorry Jamie.
That was horrific, I'll be honest about it. I need to lie down after this.
Yeah, starting 11 today. No Yilmaz, no Kamal Roof, Scott Wright played and Stelling played at left back. I don't know, there's not much else to say in the starting 11. Well, I think with Seema being on the bench with Roof not being there, Seema's clearly not fit to play 90 minutes, but what else could he have done?
Well, I mean, Yilmaz was a big one, we
Yeah.
talked about it already, so it was the natural replacement was Sterling, and that was offensively, like, it really meant that we couldn't do much going forward, but hammer blow, 27 seconds, really? What are you meant to do with that? But I mean, in terms of our overall play in the first half, we were nowhere near them. Honestly, like, that's possibly the worst I've seen us play
Under Clement.
The second half of the season under Clement, possibly. So really, like, to get a draw, like, kind of feels like I win a wee bit. We'll obviously get onto that. So
yeah, Ali, Jamie has jumped ahead.
Jamie's just done the whole
Sorry,
podcast
Done
in
all
30
full-
seconds.
30 seconds. I was struggling to do it in about 10 minutes that we're going to do this, but Jamie's done it in 30. Into the game itself, and all of your worst possible nightmares that you could have about an Old Firm game and how you would expect an Old Firm game to start, you would never dream that. That would never come up. James Tavernier's caught sleeping a wee bit, in my opinion. He should deal with that a lot quicker than what he does, but the way it comes off Maeda, it goes into the back of the net. Butland maybe is going to get criticised here, but we're all kind of in disbelief at what we've just seen.
Yeah, this popped a balloon, if you want to say, in terms. Ibrox was absolutely buzzing, and worst possible start. Tav sleeping. I need a ball that's going nowhere, to be honest. Hits it off Maeda. I don't think Butland covered himself in glory either, Carney, but it was the worst possible start we could do. But it's, how many times do Rangers do goals like? I mean, that is a freak goal, but I mean, they shoot themselves in the foot all the time, Rangers, and it wasn't a great start.
No, the rest of the half continued to be bad. That is probably it probably is the worst I've seen Rangers under Clement in that first half, and I'm not being over dramatic about that. Rangers were pathetic, really bad in that first half. Whether it's an effect from conceding a goal like that so early on, and it kind of knocks the stuffing out them, knocks the mentality out of the players, the kind of focus out of the players, I'm not 100% sure, but there was no response from it at all. Rangers were so bad, really, honestly terrible. Lundstrom looked like he was trying to do the job on his own. We didn't have enough coming from Silva, we didn't have enough coming from Diomande, didn't have enough coming from Scott Wright, didn't have enough coming from Dessers. It was a bit of a mess. James Tavernier was getting caught out time and time again by Maeda on the right, on their left, our right. You would think James Tavernier would maybe learn something after playing against him a number of times, but clearly that didn't happen. And then a kind of hammer blow, I thought at the time. We'll come as happier bits. A hammer blow, I thought at the time, Jamie. There was a bit of a stramash in the box. I think it led to a save from Butland. We got the ball away and the game was then stopped for a penalty check. I've not seen it back. I don't know if it was. It was ruled handball, Celtic to make it 2-0. And at that point, mate, I feared the worst.
well, I was actually in a toilet for the penalty.
Okay,
and
Ali, what's your thoughts on it?
I came out as a guy that just bought his pie and said that's a pen. So I thought, obviously there's been a report back, it's a penalty, because obviously folk are on WhatsApp, they've seen it back, and it's easy to just look at your phone and you know straight away. So massive hammer blow. I mean, in terms of the first goal, we got behind them. I mean, it's too early to just chuck the towel in, but it was a big time hammer blow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was that second goal.
It was. I know you, Alistair, because you're very like me. At that point, I thought, well, that's that then.
Yeah, I'll be blatantly honest. At 2-0, I thought that's a game done for me. I didn't see us coming back into it. We'll obviously come into how we felt half time, but the first half I thought we were atrocious. Fabio Silva, for me, I was ready for driving him back at Wolves. Honestly, I thought he was pathetic.
The diving was bad.
Absolutely pathetic.
Really bad.
In the first half, Celtic really did have to get out second gear. Deserved to be 2-0 up. Goldson, the only chance we had in the first half, Carrie, was Goldson for a header.
And he should score.
Let's be honest, he should
score.
bury it, but it's Connor Goldson, so he balloons over the bar. So I'll be honest, I thought Rangers were lucky to be 2-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
Jack Butland pulled a couple of good saves off.
Yeah, Butland did pull a couple of good saves off, but I thought the team looked nervy. I thought Ibrox started to feel very nervy. It was. Nobody really seemed to want to control it. Lundstrom was the only guy that I thought was really trying to bust a gut and control the game, trying to pull his teammates through it for that first half. But no, it was, in terms of a first half going an Old Firm, I never want to see anything like that ever again. It was miles off where Rangers needed to be. Again, could have been, again, from that early goal, I don't know, but from what I've seen, not good enough at all. Half time, we make the change, Scott Wright comes off. Scott Wright was, and I'm not bashing him, he was abysmal. He honestly, shockingly bad. The wrong choice for me. I thought if Yilmaz wasn't going to play, I'd have played Sterling out. If Yilmaz could have played, I'd have played Sterling on the right hand side. Obviously he couldn't, it kind of left us in a wee bit of limbo. I would have played Seamer from the start instead of playing him, but anyway, Seamer comes on and I thought he made an impact pretty much straight away. Now, as disappointed as I was with the first half, and I was, Jamie, I can't then pretend that I can't praise the players for the way that they've responded in that second half. The mentality and everything was getting questioned at half time on the concourse. We were talking about it. The way Rangers come back into that game, I thought Rangers dominated the majority of that second half, and I think you've got to give credit where it's due.
Well, before I respond to that, I'm going to say Scott Wright should not be starting in an Old Firm game.
No, he shouldn't.
Right? He's an impact player.
Maybe it's a kind of sign of where we are just now squad wise though.
I mean, you've got Matondo there. He's came on and changed games. Do you know what I mean? So we spoke about that.
They can't play in the right Matondo. That's the only thing. I wouldn't play Matondo in the right.
But I think he's got more patience. He's got better finishing. I think before I get into your main point as well, Silva. Honestly, after his performance against Hibs, there's no way he's starting again. It was the same performance, sloppy, giving away the ball. I could see it. The right was on the ball. It was absolutely shocking. But these players coming back into that game and dragging themselves back in to get it to 2-2 was phenomenal. That's what they want. So we talk about the banter years. We talk about all the times we struggled against Celtic.
Yeah.
It's painful. It's scar tissue. But to be back 2-2, it was a huge thing. But we're going to come on to obviously about 30 seconds later, was it?
Yes. So Ali, even the penalty, Rangers get the penalty. Silva's initially booked for diving by Beaton, because I think Beaton just thought, I'll guess here. I'll guess and
I think he was fed up with Silva. Yeah, I was fed up with Silva as well.
Yeah. James Tavernier.
He's a Silva fanboy too.
Not anymore.
James Tavernier, who had an absolute shocker in the first half, mate. Yeah, to put that penalty away the way that he did, that is a top draw penalty.
Postage stamp again, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and you immediately felt the lift in Ibrox.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pressure. James Tavernier was extremely poor the first half, along with a lot of other players, but that's pressure, that penalty. And what a penalty, Carney, right in the postage stamp, as you say, and 2-1 with 40 minutes or something left to go in the game. You're thinking, we're back in it, and we were back in it.
Yeah, we then scored another goal pretty much immediately after it, a couple of minutes at most after it. I left everything out on the table with that goal, because I went absolutely ballistic thinking we'd scored. I didn't even think it would get pulled back for a foul. Our VAR assistant, Mr. Nicky Irvin, who is very much on maternity leave just now, or paternity leave even, it said it's definitely a foul in the build-up, which is unfortunate. It did kind of take it all out me. But then we managed to make it 2 each, Jamie. After everything that we'd been through and after that we'd done and the way that we were in that second half, now I'm not saying in the first half we deserved anything from it. In the second half, I thought we deserved to pull that game level.
We did, but literally a minute later.
Yes, that's the worst.
Do you know what I mean? So I said to you boys when I walked in the pub earlier on that I just think the players are riding high on that second goal. And to be fair dues, you've come back with 2-0, but you need to keep strong,
switched on
mentally. Keep switched on. It was a ball down the channel. It was a ball at the top again. Like, but how many times have we spoke about this? And Adam Ida, like, he's not the best of players. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's a bit of a Norwich reject. Do you know what I mean? For him to score that goal, and you're thinking 87 minutes. That's it done. Yeah,
Ali, I'm not going to lie. We went to 2 each, and I thought, right, come on, Rangers. You've got a chance here. At least get to see out with a draw. To concede the way that we done, mate, it's criminal. Absolutely criminal.
It's criminal along with the other goals we conceded today. And to get it back to 2 each, Carney, I was at that point. I was like, right, there's going to be a good bit of added time to go. Just settle for a couple of minutes, but we didn't. It's a shocking goal to give away by Rangers, and defence wasn't clever all game at all, to be honest. But when it went hopefully hope she'll come on to that, the 3-2 bit, but it was at that point, aye, 2 each. I'll take that.
Yeah, no, we're talking about 3-2.
Oh, sorry.
3-2.
I've done it, Jamie. Sorry.
Is that what they call that, doing a Jamie?
You got yourself a bit lost there. You got yourself a bit lost there. No, as you're saying, at 3-2, I was sitting in my seat going, I can't believe that. I was like, I can't believe Rangers have done that. After doing all the hard work in the second half to get it back to 2 each, and the praise the mentality that I can, that momentary turn off, the mentality was just turned off for that 30 seconds, and we concede a very, very sloppy goal. And I do think Butland, I've not seen it back, I might get slated, but I think Butland could do better for it, I really do. Need not to worry, because the best Welshman that we all know comes on and does exactly what he done against Hibs and scores an absolute screamer. Jamie, I actually think it's Matondo Mark II, this goal, because it's an absolute peach of a goal. And see, if I'm being honest, see you get that game to 3 each after the way that first half went, to get out of that with a draw, which I wouldn't have took at the start of the game, honestly. Wouldn't. I thought, I'm not going to go back on myself. I said Rangers, it was a must win. However, the context of the game, the context of the magnitude of the game, I will take 3 each. I really will take 3 each, and I do praise the players for their second half performance.
So we've all talked about the fact that we've been to and froing with the starting lineups all week, as you do, and I've thought Matondo over Silva, but see, just for that, see the finishing and the cutting inside, you know he's got a moment like that to win a game. I think Silva's got it. How that guy's a £35 million player is beyond me. I'm slating him right now, by the way. I'm doing it. I'm doing it so you can come and haunt me if he scores 8 before the end of the season. But honestly, like, I just think after Matondo scored, it's almost a carbon copy. It's
pretty much.
I've not seen it back yet.
I think it's a better finish. This one's a better finish.
I've not seen it back yet, but I actually think, in terms of not even just the finish, when he came on, super positive, getting the ball, driving forward. That's what you want from a winger.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I thought Seema and Matondo both had a massive effect on the game, mate, for the second half. However, that goal from Matondo at least deserves a point.
Oh, it's fabulous, because when Celtic do score that goal at 3-2, how deflated, I mean, it's the biggest deflation you can ever think of, to be honest, being a Rangers fan, sitting there to drag yourself back into that happened. Then Matondo, he's got his lock, Matondo. He tries this all the time. He came off against Hibs. This one's even better. And the thing with Matondo is, though, I wouldn't start Matondo though, because I think he's a better impact player. Matondo.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's weird to say that, but a fabulous goal, Matondo. And at that point, I'm in disbelief at what I'm watching, to be honest.
And I uttered the words, "Don't you dare," Rangers, after it went 3 each, because I thought, we'll do it again. Tavernier did his best, he had a fresh a clearance at one point. But look, we get out there at 3 each, and look, it's not perfect, it isn't what the result that I thought we needed, but based on the way that game went, there is one team happier with that tonight. I don't think they'll be terribly happy the fact that they led that game by 2 goals and then made it 3-2 so late on and didn't manage to win that game. I think it's more of a boost to us than it is to them, and we are still very much in control. We have the game in hand to get ourselves back top, and then we're going to need to take it from there. And this roller coaster that we're on for this rest of the season doesn't seem like stopping anytime soon. Jamie, thank you for today.
Thank you. To be fair, did we actually think last season under Beale in September we'd be back in this hunt? So we're still in it. We're still in it. So we've got to take that.
Not perfect, Ali, but it's probably quite a crucial point now, especially after the first half.
As I did say to you, the same as you, Carney, I did say for me it was a must-win game for Rangers. I agree in the context of how it went, to be 2-0 down, then 3-2 down and get it back to 3 each.
Is Ali backtracking?
I will 100% take that point at the moment, but it's strap yourselves in, it's going to be a long few games to the end of the season.
It really is going to be a long few games to the end of the season, but look, after the way the things went, we've got to take the positives out of that. You've got to praise the players for coming back in that second half, because I'd written them off at 2-0 down, and I'll openly admit that. But I will take 3 each all the way to the bank, and I'll be very happy with it. We'll be back early in the week. The Club Deck Corner will break the game down a little bit more. Hopefully get Ryan on as well, get his take on the game.
If he's not on holiday,
fuck, so he is. He's away on holiday. Well,
is that a month all inclusive to Marrakesh or something?
We can maybe get Nicky to sneak an hour. We'll speak to him. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We have been Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers.